Buenas noches. Good evening. My name is Facundo Ginar, Chairman of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of Metropolitan St. Louis, and I want to welcome you, your family, and maybe your friends to our 2020 Hispanic Chamber Adelante Awards Gala. 2020 has not been a very normal year so far. And that's when leadership comes forward and makes a big difference. Our leaders from our Hispanic community, from our membership, and from our team are making a big difference in 2020. And we want to celebrate them tonight. Cheers. In my 4 years as chairman, I have seen a lot of growth within the Hispanic community and our HCC team. But this has been a very, very special year. And that's when I realized more than ever that we have a very, very strong community and we have to celebrate our leaders' accomplishments. On that note, and on behalf of the entire HCC board and maybe the entire membership, I want to say thank you to our team. Carlos, Gabriela, Erishka, Alejandro, and Alex, thank you very much. You're a strong team and you really stepped it up big time. Okay? This team is leaving a legacy in this community. This team loves our community. Thank you very much. Tonight, we have a great virtual program for all of you. As part of the program, Rolando Rodriguez, Chairman, President, and CEO of Marcus Theater, will share his story as a keynote speaker. But before we begin the night, I want to welcome our good friend, Gabriela Ramirez Arellano, who will be our greatest EMC that we ever had before. Welcome, Gabriela, and please take it over.
Buenas noches. Good evening, everyone. I'm stepping in for Kim this evening, and I'm happy to be here with all of you tonight. We have so many incredible people and companies, organizations to celebrate. And I want to begin by thanking you, our guests, for tuning in, for your support of this wonderful annual celebration of our successes and contributions to the St. Louis region. We encourage you to post, tweet, and share your favorite moments from tonight's gala, and also show us where you're enjoying today's broadcast from. Celebrate each other and use the hashtag Adelante Juntos so we can keep track. Now please join me in welcoming Sister Kathy. Sister Kathy is Pastoral Associate at Our Lady of Guadalupe and joining us for tonight's invocation.
Well, first I'd like to thank you for this honor of offering this invocation. It is a very different time during these COVID days. But during these days we need courage. And so my prayer and blessing tonight is that we have the courage because we're trailblazers. We need to be creative, think out of the box. There's a saying of dreaming big, but I think tonight our prayer is to dream bold. And how do we dream bold on these uncharted waters? We're like all in different boats, but the same storm. And so with that, we pray for those who have been affected by the virus. We pray for those who have lost loved ones by the virus. And the prayer I wish for you tonight is enough. I wish you enough sun to keep your attitude bright. I wish you enough rain to appreciate the sun. I wish you enough happiness to keep your spirit alive. I wish you enough pain so that the smallest joys in your life appear much bigger. I wish you enough gain to satisfy your wantings. I wish you enough loss to appreciate all that you possess. I wish you enough hellos to get through the final goodbye. And with God's blessings, I wish you enough. And let us bless our food. Bless us, O Lord, and these are gifts which we're about to receive from thy bounty through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Thank you, Sister Kathy. Of course, tonight would not be possible without our sponsors, and we are so grateful for their support. So let's take a moment to recognize them.
Buenas tardes. Good evening. I am Marcella Hahn, Senior Vice President and Chief Communications Officer for Centene Corporation. I hope this message finds you and your loved ones safe and healthy. On behalf of Centene and the Centene Charitable Foundation, I am pleased to welcome you to the Adelante Awards. The Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is the cornerstone of the Hispanic business community in St. Louis, and Centene is honored to continue its sponsorship of the Chamber and the Adelante Awards. At Centene, our purpose drives our enterprise. We are transforming the health of the community one person at a time. Since 2004, the Centene Charitable Foundation has sought to make a difference in the communities we serve by investing in innovative programs and services that embrace all populations, regardless of ability, age, race, or economic status. We share the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce's commitment to improve business opportunities for Hispanic firms and professionals, thereby improving the economic development of the St. Louis region. The Adelante Awards is an opportunity to celebrate the individuals, entrepreneurs, and corporations bringing that mission to life. While this gathering looks a bit different than it has in years past, I would like to personally extend my congratulations to all of the nominees on their tireless efforts to empower this community. Tonight is an opportunity to recognize their many accomplishments while understanding that in this year of uncertainty, it has become increasingly clear that there is still so much to be done. Thank you for allowing me to join you in this celebration, and welcome to the Adelante Awards.
Greetings. This is Julio Suarez with Anheuser-Busch. I'm excited to be here with you tonight for the Adelante Awards. Wish I could be with you in person, but I congratulate the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce for pivoting so quickly and making this event happen virtually. Appreciate everyone who's supporting the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce through this challenging times. As I said, I'm with Anheuser-Busch. We're excited to be a part of this program tonight. We've been a part of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce for many, many years and continue to be a critical member of this community, whether it's through our emergency drinking water program or hand sanitizer we started producing, or thousands of employees here in the region. We call St. Louis home and are excited to be part of this community and, of course, being part of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce family. With that, I want to thank the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce staff and its supporters for the critical work that you're doing to support Latino businesses, particularly during these difficult times. I congratulate you again for the great event tonight. Particular congratulations to all the tonight's honorees. Thank you for all you're doing, and excited to be again part of tonight's program. With that, I just want to close with a cheers from Anheuser-Busch. I hope you have a wonderful evening tonight. Thank you very much for your time. Congratulations. Bye.
Good evening. My name is Pardeep Gill, Chief Procurement Officer and Vice President Supply Chain for Ameren. I had the distinct privilege of welcoming you to this year's Adelante Awards Gala. While this event may be virtual this year, the excitement is real. Ameren has been actively engaged with the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce for more than 10 years. We believe our partnership represents our commitment to the communities in which we live, serve, and work. Congratulations to all of the 2020 Adelante Award recipients, and congratulations to the Chamber for pivoting during this pandemic to deliver this wonderful event virtually.
Good evening. It's an honor to be with you here tonight. On behalf of the members of the Regional Business Council, I want to extend our greetings to you and congratulations on another successful year. There's no doubt these have been very challenging times. And yet, it's so important on an occasion like tonight just to take a second and appreciate all the many blessings in our lives, and at the same time to acknowledge the wonderful work of the Hispanic Chamber and the wonderful work all of you do in our communities. We're an investor in the Hispanic Chamber and have been for many years. Why do we do that? 2 reasons. Number one, because of you. We want to support you and your growth and development in St. Louis. Number 2 is your leadership. Carlos Ramirez is a remarkable leader. We have tremendous respect for him. So on behalf of our membership and me personally, please enjoy this evening, and it's an honor to be able to send you greetings.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rob Kirkland, President of Cisco St. Louis and proud sponsor of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. For the last 2 years, Cisco has been involved with the Chamber in promotion of their mission statement, which is to develop Hispanic businesses within the community. And tonight, we have the honor of recognizing the contributions of individuals, civic organizations, and corporations that have done just so. So I'm really excited to see who this year's recipients are.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dawn Van Houten, and I am the Chief Development Officer for the United Way of Greater St. Louis. Thank you for having us here this evening. We are proud to support and sponsor the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. For nearly 100 years, the United Way has helped mobilize our community, bringing people together from all diverse backgrounds, all different interests, with really one thing in mind, that is to help people live their best lives possible. With your help, in 2019 alone, the United Way was able to help over 1 million people in our community. 400,000 of those people were children. To put that in perspective, the total capacity of Busch Stadium is 60,000 people. It's been a tough year. COVID has brought many challenges to us. We've helped thousands of people with utility assistance, food, shelter, mental health support. People have called the United Way that have never called us before. We do make an effort to continue a lens and a focus on racial equity in our community. It's important to us. As a matter of fact, our Multicultural Leadership Society has over 800 members and since 2009 has raised over $18 million. You really have made a difference. Thank you for that. We at the United Way look forward to a brighter future with you as a partner to make a difference for a better tomorrow. Thank you very much.
If you were here with me, I'd ask you to give our sponsors a round of applause. Thank you so much. We also want to make sure that we recognize our welcome reception sponsors, Children's Hospital, Gonzalez Companies, Marcus Theaters, and the St. Louis Economic Development Partnership. Our dinner sponsors, AT&T, Enterprise Holdings, and Liuna. And of course, our table sponsors, Garcia Companies, Luzco Technologies, Midwest Bank Center, Regions Bank, Spry Digital, St. Louis Lambert International Airport, and Wells Fargo. Because of the endless support of our sponsors, members, and community supporters, the Chamber is able to serve as a resource for the Hispanic community. So let's take a 5-minute break, get your meals if you haven't already, grab your drinks, take some pictures, and get ready, because after this, we will have an amazing guest. Welcome back. I hope you're enjoying your meal and that you're ready to proceed with tonight's program while you finish up dessert. I did omit Gonzalez Companies as a table sponsor. Thank you so much, Carlos and team. Sorry about that. I am excited, though, to introduce to you Rolando Rodriguez, tonight's keynote speaker. Rolando Rodriguez is an experienced CEO who has a proven track record for revenue and profit growth through innovation and operational excellence. With more than 30 years in the entertainment and retail industries, he is known as a transformational leader who sets a vision and delivers financial results that exceed expectations. In his current role as Executive Vice President of the Marcus Corporation and Chairman, President, and CEO of Marcus Theatres Corporation, he is responsible for leading the performance of the Marcus Theatres division and overseeing the corporate-wide real estate and development strategy. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Rolando Rodriguez, Chairman, President, and CEO of Marcus Theatres.
Good evening, friends. It's a pleasure and an honor to be with you. Muy buenas noches, amigos. Es un gusto, es un honor, es un placer estar aquí con todos ustedes. I'm Rolando Rodriguez, Chairman, President, and CEO of the Marcus Theatres, a division of the Marcus Corporation. We're a public company that is celebrating its 85th year of being in business. As noted, we're in the movie theater business, the hotels and resorts, and restaurants. The company has been led by 3 generations of the Marcus family. Ben Marcus, who founded the company, Steve Marcus, who's the current chairman of the board, and Greg Marcus, who's the CEO of the corporation. This event lines up very well with our values and beliefs as a company in people, community, and legacy. We strongly believe that what is good for our customers, associates, and the community is not only the right thing to do, but it's good for business. By the way, we are very, very proud of our team members and theaters in St. Louis, a great city. Also, we are very, very proud and honored by the wonderful relationship that we have with the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce in St. Louis. I am humbled and honored to be the keynote speaker for this year's Adelante Awards. Although we would have liked to be together and in person, I know that this year's participants recognize the importance of this event. The Adelante Awards represent one of many contributions that the St. Louis Chamber of Commerce has in place to advance Hispanics-owned businesses, leaders, and employees throughout the greater St. Louis area. It is with this knowledge that I'd like to begin this evening by congratulating my good friend Carlos Ramirez, President and CEO, and the HCC team for a wonderful event. More importantly, thank you for your relentless pursuit of your mission. It's to promote the economic development of Hispanic-owned businesses and improve business opportunities for all in the St. Louis region. We are grateful for your commitment to create a legacy and leadership that extends well beyond the Hispanic community. A legacy that impacts the entire greater St. Louis metropolitan area and beyond. To tonight's winners, I'd like to extend my sincere congratulations to you in advance. You are making a huge difference in your communities. Well done. During the past 6 months, our country has undergone extraordinary challenges. It's very daunting once you think about it. A horrible virus keeping us as human beings from socializing. Imagine what it's been like for Hispanic friends and families not to hug. By the way, the same could be said for all other communities. This virus has led to tremendous economic challenges and finally, social unrest pertaining to diversity and inclusion, as well as seeking social equality, attention, and necessary improvements. Please know that I happen to believe that diversity and inclusion, social justice, affects many different groups. Women, I happen to have 4 amazing daughters that I like nothing better than to see them leading major corporations in the United States. The LGBTQ community, Asians, African Americans, Blacks, Hispanics, Caucasians, many others. Frankly, it impacts all of us and our way of life. My optimistic for our country and the world is that we all recognize the strengths of our differences, treat each other with kindness, respect, and value individual performance over optics. For today's audience, I will focus on remarks on the Hispanic and Latino community. But please know that it's not intended to dismiss nor exclude by any means the importance of all communities and the work that remains ahead of us to make things right for everyone. With the current challenges at hand, every individual, family, community, and business has been impacted. Faced with unforeseen circumstances, many of us have had to redefine our roles as leaders. In the Latino community, we know the importance of pulling together and that the family is the center of our being. It is with this foundation that enables Hispanic leaders to flourish in difficult times, and by the way, when all is good. After all, the essence of success is when individuals rise to the occasion, when we persevere and achieve our goals. This is the spirit of the Latino heritage. This is the spirit of the Hispanic leader. It is with this spirit in mind that I'm so pleased to share with you my journey and personal insights into the Hispanic leadership in our businesses and communities, and why are they so important today and into the future. In addition, I will touch on the importance of legacy, and finally, why the Hispanic community is so important to our country. We matter. If I was to summarize the key takeaways that I would love for all of you to hear tonight, in no particular order, they are a little bit about my personal journey. By the way, it will sound very familiar as it's no different than the journey many of you and your families have endured. 2, the importance of personal and professional legacy in our lives. And 3, Hispanics matter a great deal to the future of our country. Let me start with legacy and tie it in with some of my personal experiences. You see, leading a legacy begins with understanding that every leader has the opportunity to create a legacy and to leave a legacy. When I reflect upon tonight's event and the many participants who are in attendance virtually, I am reminded that one must choose to participate in order to lead and to make a difference. You have chosen to participate in this amazing event, and for that, I applaud you and thank you. When I speak of choosing to participate, to lead, for me it begins with an intent to inspire, to aspire. You see, my inspiration came at a very early age and amid very humble beginnings. I, like most leaders, was not born into a legacy. In reality, as I mentioned earlier, I had a journey that may be very similar to many of you listening in tonight. My own journey began in 1970 when my family immigrated from Cuba to California. With my parents and my brother, we arrived to the United States, think about this, with no money, no place to live, and with only the clothes on our back. Although it was a time of uncertainty and discomfort, it was also a time of great hope and optimism about our new home and our new journey in life. 49 years later, more than ever before, I recognize that we're very fortunate to live in the greatest country in the world. Please know that my heritage, culture, where I was born, and the appreciation of being Hispanic will never change. I continue to be very proud to be a Cuban American and, more importantly, a U.S. citizen. Though through my many travels across the world, I have experienced different cultures, economies, forms of government, including living under communism in Cuba. As a country, we are not perfect and have work to do in many areas. But my travels reinforce that there is no other country like ours. My journey has taught me that it's within our control how well we want to do in life, and we have the ability to change inequities. Don't ever let anyone or anything set you back or make you feel like a victim. Headwinds will happen. Please know that I have experienced many of them, including discrimination at many stages of my career and life. Still do to this day. I subscribe to the concept that all headwinds can be overcome. If you apply yourself, block out negative voices, perform above the rest, and know that there are good people in this world that will help you along the way, you will overcome. Seek out mentors. They will make a huge difference in your life. My parents were and continue to be significant mentors in my life. They shared the spirit for hard work, dedication, pride in accomplishment, values, and set the pace. In summary, they inspire my brother and I to reach for the sky and not let anything or anyone hold us back. You see, both of my parents had their professions in Cuba. My mother was a dress designer, my father a CPA. But not able to speak English, factory work became their way to provide for our family and ensure that my brother and I could pursue education and our careers. Within 2 years of being in the U.S., moving from California, by the way, the reason we moved from California is we experienced a major earthquake, and my parents had just left communism and they said they weren't ready for the end of the earth. So we moved to Kansas City, Missouri. Each of them working multiple jobs around the clock. They bought their first car and their first home within 2 years in this new country. My parents believed, as I do now, that hard work, dedication, education, sense of community, and the support mechanisms are available to reach the heights that we all desire. Through my parents' efforts, values, and direction provided, I was the first in our family to complete an MBA degree. It wasn't easy while working and providing for my family, but it is possible and it is doable. A value that I share with all of my daughters today. One of my proudest moments and accomplishments was walking down the aisle at the Rutgers University to get my MBA diploma, while my parents, brother, sister-in-law, wife, and daughters were cheering me on. A treasured memory. I believe more than anything that this belief and opportunity represented the building blocks of what would help me be and become the leader that I am today. My parents taught me a few principles that would lead to my success. Let me share some of those with you. Very simply, they emphasized focus on family, work hard, commit to excellence, educate yourself, and give back. I embrace these principles, and for this, my family and I are very, very fortunate. As a proud father of 4 amazing women, 2 son-in-laws, and maybe another one soon, along with an incredible spouse, Maria, who is my best friend, partner, love of my life, and needless to say, the best thing that's happened in my life. I am personally rich beyond my expectations. The opportunity to be asked to be the keynote speaker at tonight's event has very special meaning to me. It exemplifies the ability for a young child to overcome all headwinds, including poverty, and achieve the American dream. It's hard for folks to imagine that my family and I experienced poverty. Like many of you in this event, my daily meal in Cuba many times consisted of a piece of bread with sugar. When we arrived in the US, we lived in the projects in Kansas City, Missouri. A very tough and troubling environment for any child or a family to have to endure or experience. You see, I know what it's like to be poor. I have lived it. I understand it, and hope that I can continue to help the underserved communities rise above their circumstances, and hopefully, in a small way, to be an example to others. Why is sharing my personal journey important to tonight's event? It's not because of whatever prosperity I have achieved is going to be measured by titles or monetary means. It's because Latino leaders are instrumental to having healthy families, businesses, communities, and a vibrant and prosperous nation. Think about these brief statistics of why we're important. 1, Hispanics are the fastest growing segment of the population in the United States. We represent the highest percentage of births, young people, and millennials. Better said, we are the future. 2, Latino households will represent 1.9 trillion in buying power annually by 2023, according to Nielsen data. If you don't understand as a business the Latino consumer, you will be missing out as an organization on the growth opportunities in the marketplace. 3, depending on which statistics you read, we represent 18% of the population and growing. 60 million of us. The largest ethnic minority group in the United States, and yet we are well underrepresented in just about every leadership category. By the way, there are forecasting models that have Hispanics reaching plus 30% of the US population in the next 15 to 20 years. Wow. 4, we are underrepresented with voices in our government, leadership positions, workforce development, education, household incomes, and board of directors opportunities. How are we going to challenge ourselves after tonight to seek out meaningful change? I need all of you to think about that. 5, in key management positions, we typically represent 3 to 5%. We need more CEOs, CMOs, COOs, CIOs, CPOs. We need more entrepreneurs. In board of director positions, we're about 2% representation. Think about this incredible underrepresentation in boardrooms with the fastest growing segment of the population base. It's hard to understand or fathom. In my own industry, theater exhibitors and film companies, Hispanics represent 5% or less of the key jobs, board of directors, and movie roles. It's a very disappointing statistics when you think about it, that we represent practically 1 in every 4 consumer to the movies. We're 18% of the population right now, and in most cases represented by 5% or less in all of these key leadership roles. 6, I'm still pushing my friends in the film companies for the first true Latino superhero. Even gave them a suggestion, by the way, El Tigre Latino, and offered, by the way, my services. Unfortunately, no takers. Look, there can be no doubt that America is becoming multicultural and that Hispanics are a significant part of this change. But we need to seek out improvements, speak up, vote for necessary policies, not false promises and pretty words by political parties that don't deliver. We as Latinos, as Hispanics, leaders, must help to lead change. It's a call to action to my brothers and sisters in the Latino and Hispanic community to come together and focus on this. I'm calling on all of you from Mexico, from Guatemala, El Salvador, Puerto Rico, Costa Rica, Honduras, Panama, South America, Spain, Cuba. I'm calling on all of you. It's critical that the economic vitality of the Hispanic communities rise from the bottom up and top down. Meaning we need our underserved communities and brothers and sisters to rise with their economic performance. And we need leadership in key government positions, organizations, and board of directors to help pave the way. Latino and Hispanics are much more than immigration, which, by the way, is critical and needs to be solved by both parties coming together. We need leaders to recognize that Hispanics are the present and future consumers, workforce, growth in businesses, and leadership. We matter to the future of our country, and we need proper representation to help us with healthcare, education, leadership development, and personal growth opportunities. We just cannot be defined by immigration reform. Let me emphasize, it's very important to get solved, but we are much more than that in the Latino and Hispanic community. As business leaders, we have so much to give, to do, to contribute, and to learn. Latino leaders who are listening, my advice to you is to recognize that Hispanics have been, are, and will be part of the fabric of America. For the non-Hispanic leaders who are participating, please listen closely. Diversity, equality, and inclusion are not about political party or a trend in the media. Diversity is the foundation of what this country was built upon. It is the legacy of the past, present, and future leaders. We must not leave our future to chance. We must find opportunities to work together and make the most of every opportunity to elevate other Hispanics in our workplace and communities. Again, it's not about pretty words and empty promises that we've been hearing for many years. It's about meaningful policies, follow-throughs, and frankly, results that are necessary. To leave a legacy, all leaders are presented with opportunities. The difference between success and failure is your ability to discern how to make the most of every opportunity. It's my hope that all businesses and community leaders understand that every one of us is responsible for leading a legacy. of change to drive growth and prosperity, not just in the Latino businesses, but for all businesses and all people at both local and national levels. Leading a legacy begins with each of us setting a vision that we individually and collectively can make a difference. Latino leaders have a heritage rooted in history and tradition. When we build upon those strong foundations of hard work, family, and commitment to excellence, we thrive. When we thrive, we blaze new trails. We help set the pace for future young, energetic, and enthusiastic Hispanic leaders. Tonight, as we celebrate and congratulate all the Adelante Award winners, I'm asking you to join me in blazing new trails for Hispanic leaders. Our future is bright. It's up to us to take up the challenge of not just leading a legacy, but creating one for all future generations of Latinos. Thank you and continued success to all. Un abrazo, un gran abrazo para todos ustedes, mi gente.
Wow. Again, if you guys were here with me, I'd ask you to give Rolando a big hand of applause. Gracias, Rolando, for sharing the principles of hard work, dedication, education, and community support that led to your success with us tonight. There has never been more uncertainty in our lives than what we are experiencing right now. But there has also never been a more exciting time in the midst of the pandemic and social unrest to make a difference in your community, in our region, and in the world. This is the first time ever that the Adelante Awards are being presented as we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, and I am beyond excited. This month, our nation is recognizing what many of us already know from personal experience, and that is that the values of our community are the same values that shape our region's greatness: hard work, sacrifice, commitment, and perseverance. Exactly what our winners tonight exemplify. The Adelante Awards were designed to elevate and acknowledge a select group of distinguished individuals and businesses in our region. Every year, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce receives nominations for 9 different awards. They are the Hispanic Business Advocate of the Year, the Hispanic Civic Award of the Year, Hispanic Company of the Year, Hispanic Business Person of the Year, Hispanic Emerging Business of the Year, Hispanic Emerging Leader, Hispanic Chamber Member of the Year, Hispanic Lifetime Achievement, and of course, our board chair recognition. The nominees for the Hispanic Business Advocate of the Year are Ameren, the Contractor Loan Fund, and Gabriela Burian. And this year, the Hispanic Business Advocate of the Year award goes to Ameren.
I'm Pardeep Gill, Chief Procurement Officer and Vice President of Supply Chain for Ameren. I'm honored to accept the Business Advocate of the Year award on behalf of Ameren. Our supply chain, supplier diversity team, and business segment partners work together every day to provide access to business opportunities for diverse-owned firms. But Ameren doesn't just stop there. We also know how important it is to focus on development of minority businesses, especially in our service territories in Missouri and Illinois, such that they can do more than win business with Ameren, but develop into successful businesses that thrive in the community. We know the work doesn't stop with access and development, and as such, we focus on our third pillar, which is working toward making diverse businesses sustainable. One of Ameren's key values is stewardship, leaving it better than we found it, and our commitment is built on the fundamental belief that strong, diverse business partnerships are vital to the economic success of our region. We look forward to our continued relationship with the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Thank you again.
Now, I would like to present the Hispanic Civic Award of the Year. The nominees for the Hispanic Civic Award of the Year are Anna Crossling, Gabriela Burian, and Miriam Perez. And this year's Hispanic Civic Award goes to Anna Crossley. Congratulations, Anna.
Thank you so much to the Hispanic Chamber for this wonderful Civic Leadership Award. I am especially blessed working with organizations like the Hispanic Chamber and its leader, Carlos Ramirez. You are really at the forefront of being able to make things happen here in St. Louis, not just for immigrants, but for the entire community as well, and to strengthen it in terms of economic and business sectors. We at the International Institute are really blessed to be able to work with you and look forward to being able to do so again in the coming decades. Thank you.
The nominees for the Hispanic Company of the Year are Avid Electric and Communication and Lusco Technologies. And this year, the Hispanic Chamber is proud to recognize Avid Electric and Communication as the Hispanic Company of the Year. Katie Jimenez, owner of Avid Electric and Communication, was not able to join us via video, but Katie sent us her message, and I'd like to read it to you. I'm extremely honored to be receiving this award tonight. I would not be here tonight without help from several people and organizations, one being the advisory board with Rock and Gabriela with the Chamber. Without these people, I do not know where I would be at today as a business owner. I can only hope that more Hispanic women will join me in the future in this field as this diversity is needed. Thank you, Katie, for those kind words. And now for the nominees for the Hispanic Business Person of the Year, Katie Jimenez and Luznail Rondon Harberberger. And this year, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce Business Person of the Year goes to Luznail Rondon Harberberger.
I am honored, humbled, and thankful to receive this award. I represent a team of people who believe and share the same vision and dream, including my husband Dan, my children Jose and Luca, my family, and the rest of my village, the Lusco Familia. This award is also theirs. I pray God He continues giving us the strength and resilience to keep working as hard as we can to be able to live the city we live in. Gracias y que Dios nos bendiga.
The nominees for the Hispanic Emerging Business of the Year are Missouri Constructors and Havana's Cuisine. And this year, the Hispanic Emerging Business of the Year award goes to Havana's Cuisine.
Hello, I'm Tamara, the owner of Havana's Cuisine, and on behalf of the Havana's Cuisine team, we want to say thank you to the Spanish Chamber for this award. We are so grateful for this amazing recognition. Havana's Cuisine team look forward to creating more memories in St. Louis. We are always grateful with the Spanish Chamber of Commerce and Community for the support, and again, gracias.
The nominees for the Hispanic Emerging Leader are Gabriel Cardenas and Vanessa Garcia. And this year, the award goes to Vanessa Garcia.
Good evening. My name is Vanessa Garcia, and I am honored to be this year's Hispanic Emerging Leader recipient. I want to thank all of my family, friends, and mentors who have helped me along my journey so far. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you again for this recognition, and enjoy your evening.
The nominees for the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce Member of the Year Award are Facundo Ollenar and Jose Ponce. And this year, we are so delighted to present the Member of the Year Award to Facundo Ollenar.
Thank you very much. It's an honor for me to receive this award. I have been involved with the Chamber for the last 5 years, and I have met a lot of great people within the Chamber, within the community that have given me so much. So for the last year, I made sure that I was giving back to the Chamber and back to the community as much as possible. So again, so honored to receive this award. Thank you very much, and I look forward for many more years together. Thank you.
The recipient of the Hispanic Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Antonio Maldonado and Teresa Maldonado.
Maria Teresa and I want to thank the Committee of the Hispanic Chamber for this nomination for a Lifetime Award Achievement. Maria.
Buenas noches y gracias por estar con nosotros.
Good evening, and thank you for being with us. We want to express our sincere appreciation to the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce for having the recognition of the Lifetime Award for Tony and I. We have been in the community of St. Louis since 1983. Time passes very quickly, and we're getting older, hopefully wiser. But we are very, very thankful to the Camera. It's dear to our hearts. We have the same basic values to motivate the community, the Hispanic community, and the community at large to be the best we can be, to be inclusive, to be diverse, and to move forward. So we, from the bottom of our heart, appreciate this opportunity to share with you this award, because a community is what makes people thrive, and certainly the region of St. Louis has been very good to the Maldonado family. For that, we're eternally grateful, and God bless, and stay safe.
And I just want to say one last thing. I cannot imagine a community without volunteers, without people that give their time and share their love with the community that surrounds them. Maria and I know that very, very much.
That's right.
And there's a lot of other community leaders that have led up to our receiving this award. So we thank them, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, the committee that came together to do the nomination, and all the other leaders that so much deserve this award also. But we thank you for allowing us to have this, especially in this year of 2020. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, I would like to welcome back Facundo Llenar, Chairman of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, to present the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce's Board Chair's recognition.
Tonight, I would like to take a moment, highlight a supporter who has been instrumental in helping the HCC grow and achieve our goals. This company has supported various events, such as the Executive Insights, the Golf Classic, and also they're supporting our board membership as well. They believe in the work that we do and are very committed to being a part of the community they serve. This year, the HCC Board Chair's recognition goes to Thompson Coburn, LLC.
Good evening. My name is Claire Shank, and I'm a partner with Thompson Coburn. As a firm, we greatly appreciate this award from the Chamber and are pleased to support the Chamber in its important mission of supporting and promoting Hispanic small businesses. Thompson Coburn is fully committed to creating a diverse and inclusive workplace. Our firm leadership recognizes that diversity gives us important perspectives, that when we have more diverse voices in the room and in positions of influence at all levels of our firm, it provides huge advantages to our organization and our clients. We pursue our diversity and inclusion efforts through scholarships, mentorship programs, specialized coaching for diverse attorneys, and firm-wide anti-bias training and education. This honor from the HCC serves as a reminder that we must continue creating pipelines for underserved and underrepresented individuals and minority small businesses, and provide access and opportunities that will make the path easier for all the amazing people who will come after us. Thank you again for this special award and recognition.
Now, I know that you're probably sad that we're not celebrating on the dance floor, enjoying the sounds of DJ Fonzo. But we are so glad to have you here with us tonight. We are so grateful for our sponsors and the opportunity that we are here together, even though we're far apart. I understand that these are difficult times for all of us, but I'm so glad that we are able to recognize the accomplishments, the successes, and the contributions of so many in our community for our region, for the state of Missouri, and across the country. I know that Nerishka has worked diligently to make this event happen, and I am so grateful to the whole team, Alejandro, Alexandra, our board of directors, who also contributed, as well as our committee that made tonight possible. Thank you to all of you. Thank you to the team, and thank you and congratulations to the winners. At this time, I would like to bring to the stage, to the screen, to greet you, our fearless leader, Carlos Ramirez, President and Executive Director of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce.
Wow, what an incredible evening. So proud to be a part of this community, proud to be a part of everyone leading a legacy. And that's exactly what our theme has been tonight. And from our staff, all of our winners, Rolando Rodriguez, we are all leading a legacy. I would be remiss if I didn't bring up the passing of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who has led an incredible legacy for women's equality and also for immigration support. So I would like to take a three-second moment of silence for Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who has passed away. Thank you so much, and I pray for our country that we will continue to move forward in a community that will be loving of each other and will nurture safety and community. I'm so proud of everything that has happened tonight. I'm so proud of our staff. You know, many times tonight the word pivot has been mentioned. And, you know, we're very proud of our staff who has learned to pivot. We're very proud of our members who have pivoted. We've had so many new members that are pivoting. We've had members that are looking to see, what do I do now? How do I become sustainable? And so all of the work and all of these incredible members that we have, it's been incredible to see that pivot. And of course, our staff, who on a moment's notice, we could have had every excuse in the world to not move forward with our events, but we pivoted. And we're very fortunate to have been able to work with great companies like Butler's Pantry, Feature Group, and of course our staff. And talk about pivot, what about Gabriela Ramirez Arellano, who learned yesterday that she would be the MC? I think she's done a fantastic job. And for those of you, if you were here, I would certainly ask for a round of applause for her because she certainly deserves it. She killed it tonight. Thank you so much, Gabriela. I also want to take the opportunity to thank our sponsors. You know, without all of this, all of our events that we do, we would not be able to do it without our sponsors. And of course, our high-level members who you heard from earlier this evening as they did a welcome to the whole community. So thankful for everything that they do for us and so proud of them supporting us. So thank you so much to all of our sponsors of this event as well as of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Now, of course, when I think about thanking people, I want to take the time to really thank specific staff people, and that's really the whole team because we have all pivoted. You know, I've challenged our team that when we look back at this whole pandemic, we want to be able to tell the story that we stepped up and that we did incredible things for our members. And I think so far, with all the new programs that we've done online on Facebook, and even tonight doing a virtual BAH or Virtual Adelante Awards, I think we've done an incredible job of pivoting. So, Nerishka, I know you've worked your butt off. I'm so appreciative of your efforts. Alex McCreary, I know you've been alongside her all the way. So thankful for you. Of course, Alejandro Santiago, thank you so much for all that you have done. And of course, I will mention again Gabriela Ramirez Arellano, who's been a leader in our office. So thank you so much to all of them. Now, as every year, I end up getting emotional because I thank my family. You know, I know that I have done everything that I've done because of their support of me. My mother is actually here in St. Louis at home as she always supports me at this event. Mommy, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being my mother. And of course, I'm so proud when I think about leading a legacy. I think about my godson, Christian, who's here also at my house, and I see him doing incredible things. And I never wanted him to be like me. I've always wanted him to be better than me. And already he's on that road. Christian, adelante. Thank you so much. And of course, last but certainly not least, my beautiful wife Alejandra, who has supported me every night that I'm out late and every night that I have to call my daughter before her bedtime because I'm at events. Of course, my chiquita, she's there with me all the time, and I know she's so proud of me. So thank you so much to my wife and my daughter for their continued support of my mission to have an impact on the metropolitan area's economic development. Thank you so much. As always, we are not done yet. We have each other. Hopefully you have people at your house. Hopefully you have some drinks left over. Let's enjoy the night and adelante. Thank you.